Hi y'all, Sarah and Cody back again with All in a Row Gardening. We recently did a whole bunch of Prime Day purchases through Amazon and may have gone a little bit overboard, but we figured we'd open up what we have and show you what we got and talk a little bit about it.
And we don't know what's in what box.
Not a clue. So we have a whole stack full, I'll show you real quick, of Amazon boxes. Not a clue what's in them. So, y'all get to find out with us.
This one's heavy.
Good?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. It's one of the joys of Amazon. When the boxes show up, you never know what you're getting.
That well, when 10 of them show up.
Happens around Prime Day and Christmas.
Alright, so
Have some A19 grow light bulbs. Let's see if you can see those.
those for the porch.
These are going to go on the porch to supplement our grow lights out there, so that anything that's not covered by them is going to get a little bit of extra coverage from the regular lights that are out there. So we haven't actually gotten to the point of having our own greenhouse yet, but we're fortunate enough to have a back porch that has a lot of windows on it and is very spacious. So that's where we grow everything for the business. And so having these overhead lights with that supplemental light will really help us out a lot. Good old Amazon basic power strips here. We've got 2 of these.
Yeah, I don't think I need to open the other one just a second.
No, not this moment, but that'll be good for making sure we don't have protection from those power surges that we get around here every once in a while. I was going to say so we don't get power surges, but it's not going to stop the power surges, just protect us from them.
Yeah, I mean, expensive lights and stuff like that, heat mats, they'll add up. You get, and I'm gonna be honest, where we live, the power goes out quite frequently. Even though we've got a built-in generator, it doesn't always kick on quick enough, and then you got to go through the whole reset process. But we won't be having anything getting scorched with that plugged into the wall.
Plus, it lowers your fire hazard risks. And as a dispatcher, you know, working with the fire department like I do, kind of have to be a little cognizant of the fire risks behind everything. Let's see what we've got in the second one. This one seems a little rattly.
Rattly and light, so I'm thinking trays or something. Nope.
Aha. Sprayers. 2 of them to be exact.
Is yours not screwed on? Mine broken?
Shouldn't be. But these are going to be great for keeping things like neem oil. There you go.
Now mine's raised. Did you pump yours?
No, it was already pumped.
Oh. Sure.
Anyways, as we play with these are going to be great for keeping things like neem oil and such like that for spraying in our own garden to help keep pests away.
Fish fertilizer.
Fish fertilizer.
More bloom.
Yep.
Yep, that way we can always have 2 handy. That way if we got half of it needs more bloom and half of it needs fish fertilizer, we've got that. And
this
if
way
the bugs are bad, clean them out. And neem oil, assuming there is no fruit already on the plant.
You can also put me to work this way.
And also, with the neem oil thing, be careful with it, because it will detract bees and helpful insects. It pretty much just detracts most of them.
It's big too.
Oh, it's a lot of things. It's a more than one.
Ah, I see one very, very important item in here. I'd like to discuss that one.
Okay, well, I'm going to hand them off to you and you can discuss.
We have here some large 6-cell trays for starting things that don't like to be transplanted as often. It's going to give them some extra room to grow before they need to go into a bigger pot. They're a little bit deeper, a little bit wider around, really going to give those plants some leg room.
It worked better on things that, you know, tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, zucchinis, which I guess falls under squash, peppers, maybe. But, yeah, it just basically, it's less having to worry about everything getting rebound. All right, and of course, we got our really cheap Fire Stick, not sponsored by Amazon. And hopefully at some point I can get a TV out on the patio. That way I can pull up YouTube and watch tips and tricks when I need them. Or just listen to music or something like that. Which one is the one you want? This one or
This one.
This one? Alright, well I'm gonna let you. What the hell is this?
Next is very important. This is going to help definitely in the garden
Why is it guy got a gun on the front?
with, you know, you've heard of scarecrows. These are scare toy soldiers. And I'm completely kidding. This is part of our son's birthday present.
Didn't know those were coming.
Yeah, well,
Alright.
I have an Amazon problem.
Who doesn't? If you don't have an Amazon problem, you probably got money in your account. Alright, so this is it for this video.
Our last but not least.
I don't think this has any tape on it. And there's a reason for this. If your house is not airtight and you got a grow room or something like that, if you got a grow room that's airtight and you ain't got to worry about bugs, opening doors, when you got a kid, a husband, a wife, you know, all that stuff that are constantly opening doors and letting anything from gnats to fruit flies to whatever else feels like coming the heck on in the house. If you've got that problem, you need a bug zapper.
So we also have down at the end of our road an old lake that was dammed off that unfortunately there's no moving water with it anymore. So it basically just breeds mosquitoes for the entire neighborhood. So anything that takes those out, especially that keeps them from coming into our house, is much appreciated. So this is going to be a nice line of defense, not only for the plants, but for us.
Alright, so let's take this out of the package and see what kind of quality we're looking at here. Because this is a different type of bug zapper than I was brought up with. The ones that hang and just, they can get in from any direction. Can you hold the box for me, please? Ooh.
So this one, it can actually hang as well. There is a chain that comes with it.
We didn't really say any of the brands on anything, did we?
Some of these didn't have brands attached to them.
Alright, well this one does. And we're going to find out how this works. And maybe we'll post a review later on.
That way y'all know
Yep.
whether or not it was worth it or not. But like I said, it does come with a little chain, so if you wanted to hang this from something, you could.
And this
A little
wasn't too
cleaning
expensive.
brush. And a mosquito attractant as well.
Go, because that's what we need.
We'll probably skip this part.
Yeah.
But if you were using this like outside, I could see where that would be good. Put it somewhere away from where your sitting area is. Attract the mosquitoes over that direction and then, you know, zap them.
And just for the record, none of this was sponsored or gifted to us. This is all stuff we paid out of pocket for. We would love for that to happen, but that's not what happened here.
No,
So-
this is all just our Amazon problem.
And I don't know what we paid for this one right offhand on Amazon Prime Day.
I would say approximately $25.
I mean,
It was on Prime deal.
I will give you one thing. This thing was wrapped up like a champ. Some sharp edges that aren't so pleasant.
Do you need my little fingers?
Yeah, I might. I'm trying to get the zip tie off, and it is wound around. Whoops! There we go. That's a win.
Alright.
If I can figure out which way I'm trying to go. Here we go. We're in business now. And we got a plug behind us that's open.
Sure do.
Alright. So we're actually going to light this bad boy up and blind you, hopefully.
And hopefully he won't shock himself or me.
We should be alright. Alright, so this bottom just fell out.
I presume that's a nice little tray that you can take out and clean so it's not completely
I'm
disgusting.
thinking that's where the bugs fall. So
Very short cord.
I'm thinking this is about a 4 foot, maybe a 3. Nah, about 1.
Here.
About 3
You'll probably get some more play on it if you pull it through.
It's always fun when you have more play. Yeah, probably about a 4 foot cord. So it's covered. All right, so it's in the off position right now. If it's not, my apologies. It should be. All right. So Brand, in here, let's see what we got.
Well, it works.
Hey.
At least it turns on.
I think the zappers are inside this grate. I think it's got like a safety net on it to prevent you from getting zapped. I bet
Which is great when you have a husband that just goes.
It looks like the metal that's hooked up. That's where this is just to prevent you from doing it. So, but yeah, it's a nice, pretty color. It's bright. It'll definitely work. And for what price?
About $25 on Amazon Prime Day.
This will work great. Depending on how big your grow room is and how much stuff you've got, I would say you'd need more than one of these, no doubt, because this will probably cover maybe 10 foot, maybe 15. But if it covers close to the door, I'm happy.
That's our goal here, and honestly, it wasn't a bad price, even not on Prime Day. I believe it was maybe in the $40 range regular. So
the grates are plastic, or no, excuse me. Let me rephrase. The grates are a very.
looks like they're coated metal.
There's some sort of coated aluminum or something like that. I'm not sure what the inside is. I haven't taken it apart. The rest of it's all plastic. It's got what seems to be a 4 foot cord coming out of the back. And it looks like if you wanted to hang it, it's got 2 little pieces right here.
And does come, like I said, with a chain.
And so you could hang it instead if you wanted to. I know it looks like a toaster oven. It is not. It is a toaster oven, however, jeez, I can't talk. It is, however, a toaster oven for insects. I hope. So we'll update this one because this is a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah, we'll check it out and we'll absolutely let y'all know what we think of it and maybe post a review video coming up here soon.
Something along those lines. The tray likes to fall out a lot though.
Alright, y'all, I'm going to leave him to go play with his new toy, and we'll have another unboxing video for you soon. Check us out on Facebook at All in a Row. Like, subscribe, come back for more.
And we'll let you know what this thing does.
Alright, good night, y'all.
Any questions in the comments, por favor. Please.
Bye.